adolescents developmentally don't want to be different. They want to determine how they're different. So to have any sort of a chronic illness, to be diagnosed with any sort of thing during adolescence is a unique challenge.
Well, it debilitates them. Most of the kids that I've ever seen come through here that have dropped out of school, dropped out for reasons of mental illness. They can't complete their work, they're absent a lot, they don't focus, they're in such pain that school is not a priority. So in terms of their education, it falls apart.
And then if you are out of school, if you're hospitalized, no adolescent wants to say, I've been hospitalized in a psychiatric locked hospital.
Adolescence has also been the classic time for seeing some of the more serious psychiatric disorders that look like adult disorders, so especially schizophrenia and bipolar disorder.
One of my sons was diagnosed with bipolar disorder when he was 12, and as his behaviors began to be somewhat more intense, and particularly anxiety, then I said, this is beyond what is healthy for him to experience. And so we began to seek out some professional help. Adolescents are able to make a goal and to go for that goal. And I'm not saying they know at 13 that they, where they want to go to college. I'm not talking about that. But they're able to know, I want to maintain friendships. I want to, behave in a way that I want to be able to complete my schoolwork. They're able to make those goals. And when they have those goals and aren't able to do them, okay, then, as the adults in their lives, we need to say, why aren't you able to reach those goals? I'm not saying every time you can't meet your goal, you have a mental health disorder.